and that's required. That's incumbent upon the client to upload to the MLS. As soon as they do that, I can change and put the information back into the website.
So
So
I had a question for you on that. Um, so you don't get the information about the listing ahead of time, like before you shoot,
I get minimal information. I get the address is typically what I've gotten.
right?
And I know I'm going to start asking questions like how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's the space like? You know, I think that's what you were asking for, yes? So I could verify the square footage and all that
R-
jazz.
Right, right, right. Because also some of the information is helpful when we're actually like editing the video in terms of this. We typically display like the address, but also number of bedrooms, bathrooms, and square footage and things like that. I was
Yeah,
actually kind of I was kind of caught off guard. I was like, oh, people don't get that. um,
dude, nobody out here knows anything about how to do this kind of stuff.
Man, I
So
mean, do you feel like is that if is that more of just not
working with professionals.
right, right. Do you ever get pushback if you do ask for that information ahead of time?
I haven't had a really an opportunity yet
Okay.
since I finished my last one with you. I haven't had another video job come up. Now, good news, uh, I may have gotten one of the bigger agents, the guy who does $1 million homes on almost a normal basis.
Okay.
Um, he texted me the other day, say, "Hey, I need to know if you can shoot Zillow stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I could do whatever."
Right.
And so he had Zillow call me to vet me um, for their what do they call it?
Like their flex rep or something? Is he part of the flex program?
Yeah, well, it's for their Showtime Plus.
Right, right, right. Okay.
Yeah. So they basically, as far as I can tell, all you need is a 360 camera.
Correct. You just got to be able to do the Zillow 3D. That is the
Sure.
only thing that's like, okay, you must have that.
Right. But then they want me to set me up on a platform. I don't know if it's what was the name of the
So
one?
so they want you to sign up for Ario, at least a free account.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, Ario. And then I'm gonna
Yep.
be. Then I can upload all those photos directly to that
Co-
job.
correct, correct.
Yeah,
So Ario is, like Ario is
or
like
TV.
a RTV or Rela, that platform.
Yeah.
And few not too long ago, Zillow acquired them. So now
Ah.
that's why they're saying in order for you to do the Zillow Showing Time Plus, you got to upload everything to Ario because they have that integration.
Right.
Um, the
Okay.
the the hot topic um, among people in our industry is, so Zillow basically makes you sign away all your rights when you upload your content on that site.
Oh, really?
Like meaning me honestly, for me it's not that big of a deal.
Uh,
But basically Zillow reserves the right to use the stuff that you created for whatever reason, however they see fit, redistribute. Basically it's like you're basically giving them the rights to do whatever they
that
want with it.
sucks.
And I know a lot of reps have issues with that.
Yeah.
Um, I, I'm, uh, but for me, that would never get in the way of, like, if one of my clients wanted to do Showing Time Plus, like, that's not a thing that I say no to because
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
wary about and I'll be honest, and I don't know if this is gonna be a hot take, but like 99.9% of the time after that listing is under contract and sold, like, what really are you doing with the assets that you captured?
Nothing.
not not,
You're
not a
done.
whole lot, right? Not
Yeah.
like, I do get like an occasional contact from the buyer who bought the house, and
Hmm.
they're like, hey, we want to rent it out. Um, Actually, they don't reach
Right.
out to me. I catch them using my photos on Zillow, and I have to, work through that.
Right.
So, but I mean, hey, if it's an agent that is consistently doing that level of listing using Showing Time Plus, like that could be a really good client for you.
Yeah, well, the Showtime, Zillow said, look, you're going to be the only preferred client or the only preferred vendor anywhere near you.
Okay.
So it puts me in a real good spot. Being having because basically they're Zillow said they're going to start referring people to me, giving me leads.
I mean, yeah, if you're the only person in the area,
That is Showtime ready, and I've got all the capabilities and all that
right,
stuff. So I
right,
just want to keep my. To me, that just means my level, my quality just has to be top notch.
right.
So
So
that's why I'm pushing
you
for
could actually you could probably leverage that as like a marketing tool. Like, hey, like I am the only,
it. Oh yeah,
I mean, not that it requires any type of super high level, skills training to become that. But if you're the only one, I
yeah.
feel like that's something you can definitely leverage.
That'd give you a lot of power in the SEO for sure. If I get a backlink from it from Zillow,
Are you signed up with Zillow? Like, do you have a profile on Zillow as a photographer?
I have the 360 tour profile set up.
Uh huh.
That's to the best of my knowledge, it's the only thing I've gotten set up thus far. I need to call the guy tomorrow and inquire about what else I need to do.
Yeah. So there is a way that you can get yourself like a Zillow profile. I have to update mine, but here, let me.
What kind of light are you using, by the way?
I've got two Elgato. The I freak.
Like
I
the
f-
little panel lights?
It's like a yeah. It's like a little square thingy, but I have two of them. Just kind
Okay.
of pointing down at me. So this is my. I got to get this updated, but
Okay.
this is my profile on Zillow, and you can have this like yourself.
What's the? Well, I can't even see the website. So what's the URL?
It's just Zillow.com.
Okay.
I think what you can do is you can there is a man, it's been so long since I've done this, but there is a like a portal for the photographers to be able to sign up.
Okay.
I can't really say if this ever got me any business. I did have a couple people that reached out through it,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's something that you. I mean, if it's available to you, you should have it.
Yeah. Well, they already offered me a. I inquired about the media kit, so they're going to get me the assets that I can use their official logos and all their marketing jargon,
Hmm.
so I can add that to my site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if they're not, even if people aren't reaching out for specifically Showing Time Plus, I mean, I'm a big believer in the Zillow 3D tour.
Mhm.
Again, if Zillow is well, not if they are by far the most visited website, and when it comes to listing, the agent should want to have the most amount of exposure possible to the listing.
Right.
And if by having Zillow 3D Tour and floor plan gives you that, um, I,
So be it.
I haven't actually seen like any updated number yet, but as of maybe like a year and a half ago, if you have the Zillow 3D tour and floor plan, the first week of the listing going live,
Right.
you get
Just a
a
thought.
preferential treatment.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. My client is actually buying their Showtime Plus service, which means once that listing goes live, that one stays at the top of the rank until the house
r-
sells.
right, right.
So
So that's hey, if the jury's kind of out in terms of is it worth it? Is it not worth it? But and if I'm not mistaken, it also allows for whoever is on Zillow, like they can contact the listing agent directly,
Mhm.
which isn't something that is normal typically on Zillow.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
usually
Well,
when you hit contact agent, it goes to like their lead system,
right.
and they distribute that,
Yeah, this
So
one, like I know all my contacts are direct.
gotcha,
So that's
gotcha. So were you able
anyway.
to get the video delivered? Were they
Oh my.
happy?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I asked specifically about the day to night figure. She's like, "Oh, that looked great," and I'm like, "Okay."
Uh,
I'm like, "That's like one of the coolest videos that anybody's done around here."
it, it is and that's a great news because we can make it even better, like even way better. So like
Yeah.
combination of you getting some tips and tricks on how to shoot those, and then our team being able to put all that together. Like there is so much more ceiling, so that's why I'm so excited for you. And man, if you thought that was great, like just wait, because it's only gonna go up from there.
So I've got an opportunity. There's a guy selling a rather large piece of land out here, probably, I think it's like 200 acres, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. And he's got two houses on it. He's got a hunting lodge and then his like large estate home.
Right.
Um, and he's selling it like a hunter's paradise. He's had photography done for the houses, but he's done nothing by way of like extra media to like promote it and really show it. I'm like, I want to hit this dude up and say, dude, I
Mm-hmm.
want to do a video for this place because he's
Okay.
selling. I think it's being sold by an owner. He's not local,
Okay.
so I've got an edge being here and having the right uh, capabilities on hand. So
It's for sale by owner.
I think so. But
Okay.
my question to you was for something that extensive, because I mean we're talking not just going to be a 2 or 3 minute video, maybe like closer, like maybe 4 or 5,
Mm-hmm.
because it's two large spaces and the wilderness to kind of shut up. I was kind of thinking about doing wanting to do like a lifestyle. So early in the morning, guy sets a cup, pours a cup of coffee,
Right.
and all you get is like him in like blurred out leaving for his hunt in the morning because
Uh-huh.
I'll have a rifle struck to his back, so I want to blur it so nobody freaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do the shots of maybe like uh, him in the blind, or maybe a shot of the blind, and then just shots of the wilderness, show the beauty of it. Goes back to get a shot of a guy in a little, what would you call it, a little 4-wheel drive thing.
Like ATV.
Yeah, dang it. Okay, so my video quick. And then so then once he drives away. So you're not seeing any faces. You're just getting the back, and I just need an actor or two to get out there to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Go back, and then I do. He comes. I see him like maybe drive into the house, and then it's just the interior of the house. It leads you into the home, or he pulls into the front of the house, and now he's going to enter the home, do the whole thing, and we end it with like a little pool party in the back.
Is it a nice house? Like, is it a nice
That's
property?
it's a nice property. The little, what do you call it? The lodge is a little dated. I didn't look at I haven't seen pictures of the house itself.
Okay. Is it listed right now? Like, is it like public?
Yeah, let me.
Cause
I think
cause
my
then
wife.
we can take a look.
I think my wife sent me the link. So that was like. I did want to ask you. I so this last project, I tried using the 50 millimeter for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I got into issues with how tight. I didn't realize how tight. Like I have to be a fair distance away with the 50 millimeter to be able to get a whole
Oh, oh,
object
oh, yeah,
in.
yeah. 50 is very tight.
Yeah. So, what lenses do you have? A multifocal lens that you're using for your shots so that you can get the tights or pull back a little bit if you need to?
Yeah, so I've got a I my regular, like, daily driver is a 16 to 28 lens.
Okay.
If I've got the lowest package, like the standard video, um, like we call it the capture package. So
Okay.
nothing fancy, just regular cinematic tour video. I can shoot the entire thing just with that lens,
Okay.
because I would navigate between the 16 and the 28, and I can get majority of the shots that I need. If I have to go even tighter, I have a setting on my camera that actually does like this Super 35 crop kind of thing. So I
Okay.
can get like I can maybe get like 10 millimeter extra if needed. What I
Okay.
have started doing for Cinematic Tour Plus, or like we actually, since we spoke last, we actually created a third cinematic category, which is like cinematic luxury highlight. And
Let's
and,
just
and
keep adding on and on and on.
well, this came from another client of ours from Australia.
Hold on. Where is the chat button in here?
The chat
Oh, there it
button.
is.
Yep.
There it is. I found it. I just found it. All right.
So we got connected with a new client, and man, they were shooting with Black Magic camera and sending us Black Magic raw files,
Oh my
and
gosh.
they are shooting super high end properties, and so they sent us a couple of their videos and said, hey, can you guys do this? And I looked at it, and what I noticed was it's not the traditional quote unquote walkthrough videos, but it's more like showing the best looking, the prettiest looking parts of the house as like a highlight. So you don't really know, here's the front door, here's the living room, here's the it's not that type of edit. It's more like here are the best features of the house, and we shot it with the perfect lighting, with the perfect lens, with the perfect framing.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? When you start to get into multi-million dollar houses, 4, 5, 6,000 square foot, it's not really like the layout of the house that matters as to like the best features,
Hmm.
right? The chandeliers or the pool or
Right.
whatever. So we're just like, hey guys, like if we're gonna do this for this client, we might as well kind of create
A
a
showcase.
category for this. Um,
Okay.
so just yesterday, I had a listing and I shot it, and I added a third element to my shoot, which is I do my cinematic tour walkthrough with the 16 to 28 lens,
Yep.
but then I changed my lens over to a 50 millimeter 1.8,
Okay.
and I shot a lot of the cinematic feel looking kind of details. Actually,
You
let
talking
me.
like macro shots, or are you talking about?
So I'll actually, yeah. So I will show you. So let's see.
Oh, you know what else? Dude, you know what? It just occurred to me, and I think I know what the problem is. I'm shooting on a crop sensor camera. That's the problem. So it was equivalent of like a 75 millimeter
Oh,
camera.
oh yeah, and it was a full frame lens.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah. So having a full frame lens isn't gonna do much, because if you're on a crop sensor, then yeah, it's
that's
not.
what the problem was.
So
So
that's
I
what
really
made
need
it feel really
so much
tight, because it
tighter.
definitely felt tight.
Yeah, I didn't occur to me till just now. So I needed a
Okay.
30. I need a 35 millimeter for that camera to make a 50.
Got it. So here is here's what my like regular video looks like. So,
Yeah,
like
that's your typical
typical.
10, 12 millimeter.
Yep, this is the 16 millimeter, you know. This one I was like zoomed in a little bit. And so this is the true 16 millimeter wide. And this was an interesting house because it was staged, but not all the spots of the house was like like pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually told my team, okay, we're gonna try to do the cinematic highlight edit with this, and we're actually going to trick people into thinking that this house is way better than it actually is, right?
I mean,
Because that's what's gonna get them to come. So here's the 50 millimeter lens, and
yeah,
now it starts to look like that,
right. But on a
right?
full center, well, on a
and
full
and
center
and and
camera.
having a 1.8 aperture, definitely helps to be able to get that bouquet. I'm
Right.
still kind of working on this particular skill set because 50 is pretty tight. Like
The
this is
result.
this is like I don't know if I've ever shot on a 50. So I kind of have to work on, okay, how do I frame it better? How do I get the detail shots? When we go into the living room, it actually kind of there were a lot of pretty stuff in the living room, and it definitely helped. Um, like even this shot in the primary bedroom,
Right.
like it looks like $1 million, but it's not $1 million house. But
Right.
having that tight lens to be able to grab like the pretty parts of the house, like the living room setup right here. If you see the wide shot, it's not as appealing. But I
Right.
noticed that at 50, we can make it look appealing depending on how you're framing things.
So if I mean, you're using 1.8, and I know that you need. Okay, I'm sorry, my brain's going like three different directions at the same time. I know I need like a 1.8 to really get that depth of field, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to be really careful about your focus points, right?
Right. Right.
Or do you
So
want
so
your
so
focus, or do you?
so I mean my autofocus works pretty well, but I've got one of those like touch screen, focusing
Yeah,
thing.
same here.
So when I'm doing detail shots like this, I'm intentionally changing the focus point at all times. It's not just, stick it and then just kind of do it.
Okay, how are you manipulating that and changing the gimbal at the same time?
So I've got the side handles, right?
Uh-huh.
So and when I'm holding the main gimbal handle,
Yeah.
I'm able to just hold it and then click on the screen to be able to change the focus point.
Okay.
So for example, like this shot, I think it's this shot. Let me bring this back.
Yeah, I would love to get a different gimbal. This thing I have is just so dang heavy. This thing's just a monster.
Oh yeah, I that looks like I used to have the Crane 3 Pro or something like.
It's the S3 Pro.
Yeah. So like a shot like this, I just basically made sure that I'm focused on the couch and then or the coffee table, and then as I'm zooming back, as I'm moving back to hide behind the wall, like.
You're like tapping the left side of the screen.
Right. Well, I had it tapped at this point, and then from this point on, I didn't really care after I got behind the wall if it went out of focus.
Right.
Right. I think there's couple of other shots like this one. I wanted to blow this out, the lamp, and then
Right.
focus on the book. So when I started the shot, I tapped the book so it's focused, and then as I was moving, like at this point I have enough of what
Yeah.
I needed, so I didn't really, care if it went out of focus or not.
What? How does they phrase it? Meat sauce meat or something like that. Meat. Like you got the junk. Here's your entree, and then go back to
Yep.
junk again.
Yep. That's usually how it happens. Like first 2 seconds is like dialing it in, and then the next five is probably the thing that you use, and then the
Right.
two after, you're not really gonna, use it. So this particular shot, the focus did shift. I started with the
Rack
little
focus.
breakfast nook table, and then as I was coming down, it switched over to this.
Right. So you did a rack focus.
Well, unintentionally, because the camera just kind of caught it by itself.
Right.
Um, but I think this is something that I'm gonna do more often, and I'm kind of like I'm excited to see like what my team is able to come up with for this, because like if you just look at the if you just look at this house, like just it's not like the most
Oof,
appealing house ever,
ouch.
but but I think we can make it look we
Like a
can
million
make it
bucks.
look at least, you know, I don't want to say trick people, but we can show the best parts
Right.
so that someone would want to come see it in person.
Right. Speaking of which, the Zillow tour is on the chat box.
All right.
The house is nothing really spectacular. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's some nice furnishings, but
And,
the
and
house.
and the reason why I was asking you about the house is because if it's a did you say 200-acre property?
That's what I thought it was. It was
Okay.
like, let's see. Well, so it's 4 point. It's almost $4.5 million for the listing.
Right. So the part that I
Seven,
always
oh,
start with,
Jesus, 715
715
acres.
acres. Okay, that's a big giant chunk of land.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Um,
7 bedroom, 5 bath, 9,400 square feet.
the house.
The house.
Holy cow. That's a big house.
Yeah. This is going to be an all day shoot at least. Probably might be even a multi day shoot.
So let's take a look and see. So it is. Okay, so it's listed by an agent.
Okay.
So like the first place I always start with is like who is the ideal buyer pool, right? Because those are the crowd that we want to appeal to.
Right.
Is it like who would buy a freaking, you know?
From what I understand, the people that would be interested is this would be more of
Hmm.
an investment property for a hunting lodge
Okay.
or like a group that wants to take people out on hunting tours.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of who I think was being marketed to. I'm not entirely certain.
Okay. Because once if we can identify that, then we can kind of plan out how we want to, go about like shooting it. Because
These pictures are horrible.
yes, the pictures are horrible, and also, this probably would require, more of a national ad campaign, right? Because you want is someone local from Katie's, Kentucky? Did I say that right? Katie's,
Yeah, Katie's
Katie's.
gonna.
Like, is someone local from Katie's, Kentucky, gonna buy this? Probably not.
No.
Right. So, but like so let's just say it's those people like that loves to hunt, and they want like their private retreat, somewhere in the middle America that they can go away for 2 weeks and go hunting. Like, does that could that be?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. There was a video done of it. I'm just now seeing this. If you scroll down a little bit in the details, you look at the video and virtual tour. There's actually a video for it.
Yeah, so on Zillow, that's how you find the video. And it's funny because if you go to Redfin, so it looks like there is a okay, so there is a video.
Yep.
And looks like this is the agent slash the agency, their YouTube channel.
I can't believe somebody actually did this. Here's the video, and then it's supposed
We're here in West Kentucky
So
at the
so I can
Nightingale
tell you
Farm that
like
we
the
enjoyed so much over the
to.
years, where we've done a lot of entertaining. And
what happened?
I was like mute again. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Oh. the mindset of the agents, like it's you'll find that a lot of times like it doesn't make sense because they'll think one way, and us as like media marketer, like we completely think the other.
Right.
So um but yeah, like I mean, why not like reach out? It's been 79 days, and considering like looks like they did a price drop around June, they're probably considering another round of price drop. Then that's when you can kind of swoop in and go, hey, like, okay, like how about we, you know, spiff up the marketing, right?
Right.
I don't know how they're marketing this, but you know, are they running ads on the video, right? Do they have a single property website that people can, you know, go
Right.
to see it? Oh, this is funny. On Redfin, it actually, so okay, let me show you this. So on Zillow, it's listed. It says for sale, but
Yeah.
then if I go to Redfin, right, 603 Deer Run Road, it says it's off market.
You know, that's weird. I wonder because I had a client recently
Mm-hmm.
uh, have an issue where she put um, a, a, a listing up, and I kept going to realtor.com. I'm like, your listing's not. Are you putting it live yet? I mean, you got all the details. She's like, it's been live for a long time. I'm like, I can't find it. It
Hmm.
shows off market, and turns out the listing had the website had posted it twice. One was an off market listing, and then the new listing that she had. And so Redfin Realtor was trying to figure out which one to go to, and it kept defaulting to the one that was off market.
Oh
So I wonder if
wow.
that might,
I
yeah,
you
why did
know,
that be?
I mean, if I'm the agent, I would look at this and go like, what's going on? Because you know, I mean, if Zillow is the biggest, like Redfin is, you know, definitely up there. So you want that expose. I mean, you could be the person that reaches out and be like, hey, like, why is it not on Redfin?
Yeah,
You know, looks like yeah, looks like it's on Realtor.com. So I don't really know the logic. Are there Redfin agents in your neighborhood?
I know there's some down in Tennessee. I don't know about up here.
Okay, because that could be why. If maybe if you know there's no Redfin presence,
Uh,
but then I don't know like what I don't know like the way it works with us is as soon as it goes up on the MLS, it just automatically gets syndicated.
right. Yeah. God, that's driving me crazy. I don't know. I don't know how much they paid for this, but I can't. The video actually, the production on the video wasn't bad. Not great, but it wasn't bad.
It, I think it's not like that listing is not at a point where, oh, if it had better photo, you would have a better chance. I think it's more to do with where are you putting it in front of? Like, are you putting it in front of the people that are seeing it, right? Like, are you
Right.
making like are you running Facebook ads targeting, you know, people that have interest in hunting, or you know, like there are ways that you know you can run YouTube ads using the video. It's my guess is it's probably just lack of visibility.
So this is gonna kind of lead us into a different side of the conversation, which
Mm-hmm.
is, and I know you said you're working on it, but the whole marketing thing was going to be a big deal,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like
Yep.
people that can actually post for them and put
Correct.
them into the right put them into the right audiences. And
Right. Right. So yeah, so that is something that we are working on to be
okay,
able to fulfill slash execute like on your behalf. I'm currently kind of going back and forth with another real estate photographer where um, he's got a client that basically said, I don't really care what gets posted, but I need something posted, right? That kind. So we said, all right, like based on the type of, based on their listings, we can create campaigns to be able to promote their listings. And, we can do, 3 social media posts, and then 2 reels. And that's going to be like, this is what we will charge you. You can then turn around and charge whatever you want to charge your client.
Right, right. What I'm trying to figure out though is, well, there's obviously there's a lot of moving parts to this whole thing, right? Like, you got to have content. So am I chasing her around all day? She doesn't want to pay me for.
Oh, so yeah, yes and no. If you have the content, right, even
Right.
better. So the reason why we're very listing centric is because when you have a listing, there is at least the minimum content that comes with that listing, which are
Sure.
photos.
Photos
At
and
minimum.
video.
Right.
Yeah.
But hopefully they're throwing on the video, they're throwing on the, virtual tour and stuff like that.
Right.
That is more than enough content for us to create a 10-day campaign, 14-day campaign. You know, we can slice and dice this thing. We have over 300 different templates that we've accumulated over the last 7 years that we
Okay.
can create that with, right? Now, on top of that, if the agent is like, like let me get on camera and here's the best features of this house, here's the best
Yeah.
features of this neighborhood, then
Agent
that
rules.
just becomes more of a cherry on top.
Right.
and
So,
and at that point you would have to upsell them on the capturing service, right? Because you now have to spend extra energy and time capturing that.
right.
And even though we're the ones that, even though you have someone else editing it, you still have to capture it, right? So you could say, oh, if my all inclusive package is, $900, if you want to do this extra, agent on camera, type of stuff, then it's going to be extra, $200 or whatever.
Well, like I'm thinking like lifestyle. I've been encouraging her to look, take your cell phone out,
Mm-hmm.
go to a shop, and start recording yourself. Say, hey, check this place out. Check this place out.
Correct.
And just building up that content. She hasn't done
Are,
any of it.
are we talking about the agent that did the most recent listing? That agent?
She sells
It,
a lot. She sells some nice homes.
is there, I mean, is there like community amenities that is worth like doing that with in that little island community?
Well, there's like the Boathouse Cafe, which is like right in the main, what you call it, the main lodge area. There's
Okay.
the lodge is being made. There's actually a huge lodge there that is being renovated right now,
Right.
and I'm trying to get that contract to do their photos and video.
Okay.
Um, I'm working on that. The this town itself is pretty small, but the it's a really cute kind of artsy, not artsy. It'd be more like downtown, old country USA, kind of like antique shops and
Right.
the mom and pop, and they have like a car show and that kind of thing. So there's some fun things that happen around in and around Katie's.
Okay.
Plus the lake is right there. The fishing, boating, those are the big draws.
And it seems like she's very like dialed into that that community.
Yeah,
Okay. Uh Man, is she just busy, or is she
she is.
just
She's insanely busy. Like I shot I think 6 properties for her a couple weeks ago.
okay?
So I just had a just whirlwind of listings, and now she's keeping those running, and she'll get more.
I mean,
She
does she
stays.
does she live in Katie's? Like, does she
Yeah,
live close?
yeah. Like I wouldn't mind even just like showing up. Like, hey, let's do 30 minutes a day. I'll show up to these locations, get a couple shots. We'll move on. You meet me, and that way she has like a scheduled time
Mm-hmm.
to show up, and then compile it all at the very end as lifestyle video for her.
That's probably harder for her to swallow, compared to, let's just pick a day where you invest 2 hours and like we can
Run
knock
around
this out,
town.
right? Um, so because earlier you said, oh hey, like take your phone and capture some stuff and we'll make stuff for you, right? Um,
What I didn't say is, I was like, just for her to start putting content online, just to start building up her.
right. So what I have found is that some people, they actually get intimidated by that. Um, to a point where I literally had to show some of the agents, like, okay, like here's how you do it, right? Like take out your phone, put it on video mode, put it on 0.7, and then this is how you just move around, right? That's why I'm such a huge fan of the 360 camera, because with the
It's
360
simple.
camera, you just take it out, put it on the selfie stick, hit the record button, and off you go.
So what if I did a couple of videos like that for myself? Like if I just went out and I recorded some cell phone
Yeah.
footage.
So here is a great way you can do this, and you could like, so like Blue Spring Road, right? Like that's
Yeah,
kind of like the main road on the island, right? Are there
that,
like
that, that I know where that I know where Blue Springs is. That's like right before you hit the lake.
right?
So I
So
just did a few
so
shots out there last week.
so you can absolutely do that. Put the video together and then just have the agent do a voiceover,
Okay,
right? Better yet, if you can write her a script and just be like, "Hey, I just need you to read this."
right.
Right? That like baby step, carry them, little bit, and then when you put that on Facebook or YouTube, and they kind of start to see that, oh my god. By the way, if there's no one in Katie's doing stuff like this, like it's gonna take off pretty fast.
So that's what I thought. The
Right.
one other thought I had was to go around getting B-roll,
Uh-huh. Yep.
just capture a crap ton of B-roll, and then license out. You pick the videos that you want to add in there, and we'll license them out to you for whatever, $20 a video or something.
So instead
License them.
of that, you could kind of play the like monthly, subscription kind of thing,
Mhm.
right? So what I have here is I've got, so basically this is all the B-rolls that, well, not all of it, not everything has been uploaded here, but our team basically has access to all these folders, where if I come back with the listing shoot from, the town Carnation, then
Yeah.
they know to go to this folder and look at the assets and see if they can pick out some stuff that they'll be able to use along with the listing video. So
Okay.
we call this neighborhood feature, and this is a $200 upsell.
For $200, and that's just for the video.
Correct.
They pick out whatever videos they want.
No, they don't pick out anything. We just add 4 or 5 key places in that neighborhood, and we blend that into the video, right?
Okay.
So $200 if we don't have anything and I have to actually go shoot it.
Uh,
125 if it's stuff that we already have, because I don't physically have to spend the time to shoot it.
right.
And like you can call it community feature, like call it whatever. But it is definitely something that makes the video, um, you know, way more interesting, way more engaging.
Yeah, I agree. It's lifestyle. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just. It's not just straight. Hey, welcome to.
And you can the one of the easiest way to do like a neighborhood feature is just mount your 360 camera on your car and just drive around, and then just start talking.
Mount it where?
Mount it on your hood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Mount it on your hood, and then you just drive around and boom.
So, what if I were to get like a little sticky suction cup thing and put my phone on the like put it on the gimbal, put that on the hood? Would that be better?
Well, then you're only facing forward if you're doing a phone.
Okay, so you could rotate the view
Three
and
the whole purpose of doing the 360 camera is that you can rotate and
right.
you can turn right, you can turn left. So actually, let me. So I will share this with you. Looks like. So this
What,
is
it
a
shoots in 4K. The little camera shoots in 4K.
8K.
8K. Wow.
Yep.
So you can really crop in on wherever you need to.
All right. So let me go to this screen. So this place is called Redmond Town Center. I don't know if you heard of Redmond, Washington. That's where Microsoft headquarters is. So
Okay.
this is like a little town center. I shot a listing nearby, and I wanted to just go show what this town center looks like, right?
Okay.
So I had this
So
drone
we're
shot.
on the upper level of that main concourse area
So this is me just
with the
walking
water
around the town
fountain that
center.
we started. I mean, look at this. Like Redmond Town Center is cool.
And we're talking, right?
Tell the audio. I can't hear a word you're saying. All of this is shot on the 360.
All this is shot on the 360. I don't know what is up
There we
with the
go.
audio because I can't hear it
Redmond Town
myself. But
Center was here when we
so here's the
Tell the
thing.
audio because I cannot hear you at all.
Oh,
it's
you
come
can't
a
hear
long
me.
way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, sorry.
I have no idea where.
Okay, so basically,
yeah.
yeah, it took me 15 minutes to walk around the whole thing, right? And the idea here is next time someone has a listing in Redmond, I can then have them do a voiceover over this video,
Okay.
and it still works, right?
Right.
It still works. Once we have it, we can reuse it, keep reusing it.
So this is just one key feature area,
The-
one
the-
key area that
the-
you're.
this is storytelling at best because you can actually show them like, hey, this is what Redmond Town Center looks like, because Redmond Town Center is like the heart of that town. So I just walked around 15 minutes just talking, and then so now I can send this video to them, and that way they kind of get a sample of like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then we can put something together, obviously without my face, but then we can they can then say whatever they want to, and then we just put the voiceover on top of it.
Right. So I can walk around. I can get like
So-
some nice trail shots. I can get.
1,000%. Yep. 1,000%. You can do this. So if you do this, you can have it edited so that it becomes your content, but then we can also edit it so that it becomes someone else's content.
Right. So the other thing too is I can capture is some of the dang sunsets we got out here because they are absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a nice.
If I was in a more open area, I would actually have the drone flying and get myself on a tracker so that the drone will follow me while I'm walking. So something like that is great for if you're walking around like a bigger community.
What's the legality that I mean? Because I understood it. 107 says you cannot fly over population, basically. But I see people flying all the time over like Nashville, getting sky shots and.
I think it's like late last year, beginning of this year, they did away with that where you don't really have to get the waivers anymore. Don't quote me on it. But I try not to fly over people, and whenever I'm doing the tracking shots and stuff, like that's when I'm all by myself.
Yeah. No, that makes fine. But I mean, it's like I want to get shots of some other stuff, but because there's so many people there, it's like, it's hard.
Right. Like for me, that's where like Mavic 4 kind of really is helping out because I can go far and then just zoom in. Yep. Yeah. But again, this is the type of content that is not normal.
Right.
and I think a lot of agents can take advantage of it. Man,
Could
if
you
only if
rotate that so that get the horizon right? Because that's throwing me. It feels like the horizon's off.
well, because it's a 360 camera,
Right.
right? So it's not always going to be perfectly, leveled. But that's okay because we live in the, Instagram Reels and TikTok world where no one really cares about that anymore, a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
lot, right? So I will do this walking around, whether it's University of Washington or, Pike Place Market, and just, again, capturing stuff for me to use, for anybody else to be able to use, right? And we can even, this has enough resolution where we can kind of punch in and use it as a B-roll as well.
Right. That's what I was like. Yeah, I remembered it because you can actually crop in, and get
Right.
the actual 16:9 video out of it,
Right.
and it'll take a lot of the distortion out of the content.
Right. So this little fisheye thing, this is something new that they just added in. But I kind of like it. It's cool.
How do you deal with I mean, is there a lot of glare from this? I guess you're also like paying attention like where you're walking anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh yeah. Like you just have to make sure like the lens is clean, right when you're, right before you start shooting it. I mean, it's so easy to use. Like, can you imagine if we can teach like 4 or 5 of our agents on how to consistently use this?
Yeah.
Chances are they're sending us 1 or 2 a week. Like, hey, can you edit this? Can you edit this?
So those short videos, if they say, "Hey, we want some like lifestyle," it's still $95 to me, correct?
For the short form content, correct?
Yeah. Okay. So I would have to charge a minimum of like $200 to make it worth my time.
So that depends. That depends on how you set it up, right? If you set it up as, hey, let me spend 2 hours with you, but then you end up with 4 or 5 different short form content, then that becomes more economical for everybody around because you only had to spend. So now then you're like, okay, like what's my time worth when I'm spending 2, 3, 4 hours? So it's way better if you create multiple at once compared to just doing one at a time.
Yeah.
That's why
No,
that's why I typically try to leverage a listing. So I'll tell the agent, hey, before I start shooting the house, I want you to give me an hour because I'm going to capture a bunch of short form content, storytelling type of content that you can do so that we can put this together.
and you're going to have the agent do that, or you go out and do that?
I'm already at the listing. So at this point, I don't mind doing it. I'm already I'm not spending any more extra time, traveling or, what have
Oh, you are, because this shot was not at the listing site, right?
Oh, right. But what I'm saying is, majority of the time, I'm having the agent record content at the listing. Right?
Oh,
So what I
okay.
so what I would say is, Mr. Agent, why don't you tell me about Redmond Town Center? And they're in the house. And
Okay.
then after that, either I'm using the B-rolls that I already have, or I'm gonna go and capture some stuff, because it's way harder if you try to take the person to the location and set everything
Yeah.
up. So I rather just get all the A-roll stuff out of the way at the house,
Right.
right? Then I get to hear what they say, and it gives me an idea. Okay, I'm gonna go shoot this. I'm gonna go shoot this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, you can give them an option. Hey, we can do on location stuff, but I just need you to know that those things cost more.
Yeah. I think one of them was already kind of like hitting. She's kind of like freaked out a little bit about the new price hikes that I've just put into place. But
It's as long as they start to see the value, right? So
Right.
you can start to we're gonna have a little marketing guide on, here is how you use the content that we provide you, kind of like a one pager thing. So
Okay.
here's what you do to post on YouTube. Here's what you do to post on Facebook. So I'll have that kind of. We'll give you a Canva template so that you can put your own branding in it, and you can
Okay.
share that with the agents so that they actually know how to use some of this stuff. The
Right.
reason why they think it's so expensive is they're not using it how it's supposed to be used,
Right.
right? Like if you're gonna go out and buy a $550 dollar 360 camera and not use it, yeah, it's expensive.
Sure.
But if you use it for every single tour, every single buyer tour listing, now all of a sudden it's not that expensive.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree 100%. God, there's so many things I want to talk about.
Well, this is gonna be a weekly thing, so
Okay.
you know.
Where's the other guy? Where's Zale? Or
I
is
don't
that
know.
what-
I sent them the link, but maybe something came up. But I
No.
mean, I just kind of figure like, hey, rather than trying to schedule this and that, why don't we all just come together as a community and if people got something on their mind, like let's talk about it. I'll chime in where I can. I'm sure a lot of the different people in the group is going to have different specialties. So we'll be able to all chime in together and just it's kind of like iron sharpen iron.
Yeah, I agree. I'm happy I get to be in on the first one, Zan. So
Hey,
I'm really excited about it.
absolutely. So I'm planning on every Wednesday 7 p.m. Pacific
Okay.
Standard. And I'm probably gonna be doing a real estate agent version of this right before this. So I'm
Okay.
gonna do a real estate media and marketing for real estate agents at 6 o'clock, and then for photographers at 7 o'clock.
So can I jump in on the other one?
Anybody can jump into that one. Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
So I like to hear their side of it. I want it. The more I can get into their heads, the more I can
100%.
serve them.
Yep. And I think I had a little bit of an advantage when I first started I Am Third Media because I was coming off of I was still an active agent at the time. So,
Right. By the
I
way,
was I was in the listing appointments. I held the listing appointments. I won the listings. I'm talking to people in the office, going to office meetings. So it
Right.
definitely does help when you know kind of what they're going through.
Exactly. You understand the process. It helps you serve the process.
Right,
Um,
right.
How did you? What's the story behind I'm Third Media? I'm Three Media.
I'll give you a super quick version of it. My first career, I was very blessed to have a very successful career in financial industry, financial planning. It's like and maybe the success came too fast. My life became very me centric life. It was all about me. Um, I was very generous, but the generosity was based on, hey, look what I can do for you,
Mhm.
right? Um, and that I wasn't a good husband. I wasn't a good son-in-law. I like it was just it was not a good life environment. From the
Right.
surface, it looked good because making good money, golfing 3 times a week, like life was good, right? So there something happened where I was taken out of that career,
Okay.
and my second career began as a real estate agent, and that's when I committed my life, kind of recommitted back to God, and I said, okay, like I'm gonna live the rest of my life not for me, but based on Mark 12, 30, 31. Love God, love your neighbors.
Right.
So the whole business thing started happening. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, so I'm like, okay, like I'm not first, I'm not second, then I am third. And that's where that name came from. So like the scripture verse that goes with it is Mark 12, 30, 31. Love your God first, love your neighbors, then it's us. So it's always been that we've you know our core our core philosophy is always, hey, like what else can we do to serve our clients? And that's where we're going above and beyond, carrying around leaf blowers, uh, you know, trash can haul, like we're doing everything. Um, and then and now I think I kind of told you a little bit about, the kind of like the new vision where now we're getting involved in trying to um, educate, elevate, empower, Filipino freelancers so that they
Right.
can enjoy a better standard of life.
Right.
So
Which is awesome.
and that's kind of where we're at. So I went from trying to, every business owner wants a big profit margin, right? It's like
Of course.
make more, do less. But my model, like I had to change my model because I need volume. If I want to help 10,000 people be able to edit videos, do fulfillment, do sales and marketing, we need volume. So we've structured everything so that it's less margin, but hopefully we're gonna add enough value so that we're gonna get a lot of volume from it.
Right. That makes sense.
So
And I gotta, I want to take more time, but I can't.
yeah,
Trust, I don't, because I want to be.
that
I understand you are. Your time is valuable, and I really appreciate it. So don't ever think that I'm taking it for advantage because I'm not.
that is not a problem, brother.
Um, I'd be curious. Total side note, different discussion, but something you bring up, and I just have you heard of the Christian Entrepreneur Club? I think I've mentioned it before.
You may have, but I am not familiar with it.
Okay, so all Christian entrepreneurs get together. They talk business. They talk strategies. They've got master classes that are happening. Oh, we had God, who was the? They had a guy there. And there was like big, wealthy guy. He always helps with financial planning and all that kind of stuff. He was there today.
Oh, Dave Ramsey.
No, not Dave Ramsey.
Oh,
Another guy, real thin, glasses. I can't think of his name. Anyway, so the plus then we do Bible studies, and I mean it's very interesting information, very interesting content, and I'm trying to remember exactly which way I was going with this, but like tonight that's what it was. Tonight we were talking about financial gaining, kind of working toward financial freedom, right? And like how do you plan? And all this guy was doing was kind of selling his package, which I was a little disappointed in. I understand we don't want to do things for free.
right.
I get it, but if you're trying to tell somebody that who is in poverty, you got to spend $1,000 right now to get out of it. You're like, where the hell am I supposed to come up with $1,000?
Right.
And so, but I am tired of being behind and not understanding really how to really utilize the talents that I was given, which is the little bit of money that I do have. So I would love to talk to somebody that could coach me through that and like, hey, where are you spending money? How are you really spending it? Where are you making your investments? Those kinds of things. And if it's, I'd be happy to pay for some of your time as much as I can. But
that kind of stuff doesn't require any payment whatsoever. Part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, how people say like, oh, you need social proof, right? Like whenever you want to sell people stuff, like you need social proof on, how successful you are and how people, I don't have any of that. What I do have is all the failures that I went through trying to get this media, real estate media business going. So I'm actually trying to share with people the stuff that I failed at. And by sharing that story and sharing what I have learned, hoping that somebody out there doesn't have to go through that.
Sure.
So
that makes total sense.
Along with what I'm doing in the Philippines, because I'm already doing kind of like a financial education for them, because making money is one thing, but you gotta learn how to spend wisely. You gotta save and invest. So I'm already doing that. So that is something that at least, I mean, it's been 10 plus years since I've been out of the game, but the fundamentals, kind of the basics don't change.
Correct.
Absolutely, absolutely, and also like there's a lot that I can add in terms of, man, what I wish I would have known in my first year or my second year, right? Like
Right.
for example, if I can go back to 2018 and do this all over again, I would go all in on investing into a sales rep or some
Mm.
type of a sales and lead generating system that that I'm trying to build now in my ninth year, because that is so important. That is so important.
Hmm.
So it's like you, as a solo shooter, you kind of have to like pick and choose your poison, right? Because you got to be the shooter, but you also have to be the ops person and the fulfillment person. And some people are editors, and some people are quality. So you just got to kind of pick. But sales is the one thing that you have to have on the top of everything, because without that, none of none of the
Anything else.
stuff matters. Exactly,
Right. And
exactly.
I've got my wife. I'm training her up now on what I do, how I'm doing it,
Mm,
the pricing structures,
right.
the processes. I'm coaching her on that right now because she wants to go out, and I want her to go out to the broker offices and
Open houses, drop
yep,
bys, pop. You know what? If she's up for it, maybe bring her on next week, and then we can
oh,
talk about that,
sweet.
right? Because I have a whole bunch of things that I'm doing right now, like targeting agents who's got a listing for more than 30 days, right? This is what we say. What to do when you stop by the open house. Like, you can give her your 360 camera, have her go to an open house and be like, hey, tell me about this house. And then you put something together and send it back to them as like hey, here you go. This is what I'm capable of doing. Kind of like paying forward, right?
Right.
Showing them what you're. There's a whole bunch of stuff we can go over.
Okay, sweet. I'm planning on being here next Wednesday, and I'll make sure she's with me.
Next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, we'll go over the sales part of the business then.
Awesome.
Love it, love
Sir, I
it.
appreciate you.
Bro, in the meantime, if you have anything, just shoot me a text, email, and we'll continue to just
I just
go back and forth throughout the week.
I just got to figure out how I'm going to come up with $1,000 for a new lens.
Well,
All right.
we can work through that as well.
Yep. All right, buddy.
All right. Talk
See
to you
you next
later.
time.
Have a good night.
You too.